Okay, so the standing posture, and at the right hand is Vajra, and on the left hand is a branch, holding a branch of a tree. So this is called Nyangen Mepa. Nyangen Mepa is Ashoka. Ashoka, in Tibetan is Nyangen Mepa, the branch of Ashoka tree, a branch of Ashoka tree. So Nyangen Mepa. Nyangen is, you know what is Ashoka? Nyangen means suffering. Mepa means none. So non-suffering or sufferinglessness, like that. And then on the left hand, on the left hand there is another deity, female deity, again standing, and in color she is black, and I asked to color whitish blue, but it became far whiter, you know. Yes. So anyway, you can visualize it's like white, slightly whitish but blue color. So it should be in visualization. And both of them are slightly shorter than the principal deity, and holding the curved knife. On the right hand is curved knife. Knife is curved like bow, right? And the handle is made of bajra, so it's held like this. And then on the left hand, skull, holding a skull. So it's filled with nectar, of course. So that is what you visualize. And then Guru, green thara, again you should visualize it, not an ordinary sitting ordinary person, not an ordinary person. A green thara, real green thara is you should visualize real green thara. And then as we discussed yesterday and the other day, we must cultivate our motivation. So our motivation should be bodhicitta mind. So we wish to attain Buddhahood. We wish to attain Buddhahood in order to help all sentient beings. We wish to attain Buddhahood. We wish to be fully enlightened for the sake of all sentient beings. For that, I need to practice Dharma. And for that, I need a helper who can assist me to remove obstacles, to meet all the good conditions that is need for practicing Dharma. So that is that deity could be Green Tara. That deity could be only Green Tara, no other than Green Tara. So I would like to take the initiation, get the blessing, and then practice Green Tara. And that is the motivation. We should cultivate that motivation, you know. So artificial bodhicitta mind, we must feel it from the depth of our heart. Some kind of feeling should be there. Even if we don't have the real bodhicitta, we should cultivate an artificial body mind. So at this moment, we must contemplate on this this way of thinking. Okay. So Atisha, as I mentioned, this the Tara, Green Tara is his special deity, his particular deity. So he sees Green Tara all the time. Not all the time, whenever he needs. Since he was very young, he used to see Green Tara. and he gets all the predictions from Girindhara. So Girindhara promised him in person. In person, she promised him that I will have all your followers, all your students, all your followers in the future. So who follow the teaching of Adisha, that Girindhara will take care of them. So we are considering followers of Adisha, followers of Guru Tsongkhapa. Guru Tsongkhapa was one of the great followers of Adisha, and because because maybe no need to talk about this today. Anyway, we all follow Guru Tsongkhapa. Guru Tsongkhapa was one of the greatest followers of Adisha. So it is automatically Girindhara becomes our special deity. It is automatically, it becomes our special deity. So we are going to take that initiation, all right? Okay. Thomas, so you repeat after me those sentences of making request for the initiation, okay? So in front of you, you visualize these three Girindhara and his two assistants and Guru Girindhara. In front of them, on the space above, all the lineage gurus, right from Girindhara till my guru, my root guru, and then all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So your front space is filled with, all the front space is filled with the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and the great lineage gurus and so forth. So in front of them, you are making the request. So repeat after me. Dojin Zemba, Dosu Se, Dani Dola, Pende Do, Zojin Chela, Sedeki, Malu Jena, Zedu Sul, Malu Jena, Zedu Sul, Malu Jena, Zedu Sul. Now Buddhist vow, as yesterday, we are going to do that again, Buddhist vow. Buddhist vow, as I explained yesterday, so you have all taken Buddhist vow yesterday. So today we may not need, but we will do it again, because it might have damaged. It is very easy for us to get damaged, our vows. So because Buddhist vow is like, you don't, for example, there's one samaya that we will never have harming feelings towards others, so that is very difficult for us, because maybe we don't get engaged into body actions, speech actions, which may hurt others, but in thought it is quite easy for us to think, because we are familiar with all these delusions, and to control it immediately, it is impossible. So that's why that kind of consciousness might have arisen many times, from yesterday till now, might have many times. So therefore, our vows get damaged. It is not our vows are not getting abandoned, but it can get damaged. So therefore, if we take again from the objects of Green Thara, Guru Green Thara, and lineages, and Buddha's Bodhisattvas, then it gets restored again. So we better take this Bodhicitta vow as the tradition. So taking refuge in three jewels, confession, rejoicing, and practice of seven limbs practice, and then we take the vow. So please repeat after me, taking Bodhicitta vow. Kunjo Sumla Dagyam Che Dikwa Thamje Soso Sha Doye Gela Je Rang Sangye Changjo Wei Ji Sung Kunjo Sumla Dagyam Che Dikwa Thamje Soso Sha Doye Gela Je Rang Sangye Changjo Wei Ji Sung Kunjo Sumla Dagyam Che Dikwa Thamje Soso Sha Doye Gela Je Rang Sangye Changjo Wei Ji Sung. Okay, that is taking Bodhicitta vow. Now there's for initiation, there's body initiation, speech initiation, and then mind initiation must be there. So there are three initiations, right? So in order to get the body initiation, you again have to make a particular request to receive body initiation of Green Thara. So you are going to repeat after me again, making the request. Tusum Sangye, Tamche Ki, Ui Doje, Lobe Ki, Dala Sengdeng, Nagdre Ki, Ui Jenang, Sedu Sul, Ui Jenang, Sedu Sul, Ui Jenang, Sedu Sul. Now for that you are going to generate yourself into Green Thara deity. For that you should visualize your transforming into Green Thara deity. I will make a ritual, I will make a prayer and ritual. At that time you should visualize that you are transforming into, you are generating into yourself into Green Thara. Green Thara, right? Green Thara. And then I will put this water, I will indicate that I am putting this water on you. So at that time you again visualize that all the obstacles are being removed. Any kind of obstacles to receive the initiation, the body initiation, and to generate yourself into Green Thara. All kinds of obstacles are being removed through the power of the mantra. Okay? And through the power of the meditation. And through the power of Green Thara herself. So all these are getting removed. And after that I will say Om So Bhava Shuddha Sawa Dhamma So Bhava Shuddha Hang Tongba Nyitu Chur. So when I say that, you should visualize that you know that we all have 5 aggregates, form aggregates, that is physical body that we have, and then within physical body we have feeling aggregates, so we have that potential to feel good and bad and pleasant and unpleasant. So we have that kind of, and not only bodily touching feeling, but also mentally we have feeling. So happiness, feeling of happiness and feeling of sorrow and all this. So that is feeling aggregate. And then, as we, Heart Sutra we mentioned, the recognition of, or recognizing things, this is bad, this is good, this is vase, this is vajra, this is bell, this is pot, this is chocolate, so that we can distinguish. So there's a discrimination, discriminating aggregates, So that kind of potential we have within ourselves. And then the mind, all kinds of normally there are 6 kinds of minds. 6 kinds of consciousness: eyes consciousness, ear consciousness, nose consciousness, taste consciousness, then the touching consciousness, and then the mind. The real mind that we think. Apart from those consciousnesses, we have a power to think, we have a power to visualize, we have a power to have a view of past, and we have power to have view of future, that you visualize the future. Oh, I would like to do this, I would like to get that, and so forth. So that kind of, that is mind, that is called mind, which sees all these kind of things. That is mind aggregate. And then there's one, what do you call that, compositional aggregate. That is, apart from all those 4 that I have just counted, there are other things within ourselves, like we have just taken bodhicitta vow. The vow is with us, but we cannot see it, we cannot touch it. Even our mind cannot visualize it, cannot see it in any kind of form, but it is there. It is there. So there are many other things within our body. All those phenomena fall in this aggregate. So we have 5 aggregates, and put 5 aggregates together, and we are labeled as human beings, right? So, so now you must dissolve these 5 aggregates into emptiness. Like the cloud, the cloud in the space, and then becomes smaller and smaller, and it disappears. When the cloud is there, we see the cloud. When there is a rainbow, we see the rainbow. But then slowly it is not there permanently, right? So it disappears. So slowly it becomes smaller, and rainbow is becoming blurred, and then it disappears. When cloud or rainbow disappears in the sky, what is left? In the space, what is left? In the space, nothing is left. That's empty. No, in the space. The cloud up there, if you go up there, when the cloud is there, you might feel something. The cloud's gone. Empty. Similarly, our 5 aggregates dissolved into, so it becomes smaller, get into your heart, and then so in normally there's a dissolution, but in action tantra we don't have to visualize all the dissolutions. You just disappear them, become smaller and disappear, and then nothing is left. And then dissolve into emptiness, and dissolve. Our 5 aggregates dissolve into the ultimate nature. The ultimate nature of 5 aggregates is emptiness. So dissolve into emptiness. So Om is, there's the the Om, okay, that is 3 letters put together in Sanskrit, that becomes Om. So those 3 letters that represents the body, speech, mind of Buddhas. And so when the Om letter formed as a mantra by the Buddha, so this letter is blessed by Buddha. All the blessings of body, speech, mind is in that mantra. So therefore, it is considered very auspicious, very powerful, and very blessingful, right? Blessful. I don't know, blessful or blessful. All right? I hope I'm not creating a new English word. You know? So it becomes very powerful. So Om, Then Sobhava. Sobhava means, in Sanskrit, the Sobhava means nature. Shuddha means pure. Sobhava, Shuddha. Sarva Dharma means all phenomena. In Dharma, the word Dharma is it is not applied only for religion. It's, all phenomena, sometimes Dharmas, when it says Dharma, it applies to all phenomena. So here, Sarva Dharma means all phenomena. Sanskrit, one word has so many different meanings. One word can carry so many different meanings. So it is very difficult language. So here, Sarva Dharma means all phenomena. So Sobhava, Shuddha, Sarva Dharma. Sobhava, Shuddha, Hang. So Sobhava, Shuddha, Hang. Again, the nature is pure. The pure means pure means no stain, stainless. There is no dirt. That is pure. So pure of what? Pure of inherent existence. So that is pure of inherent existence. That is, does all phenomena does not exist inherently. That means that all phenomena are empty. So Sobhava Shuddha, Sarva Dharma, Sobhava Shuddha. Hang means when everything, all phenomena dissolve into emptiness. You see the ultimate nature, and that ultimate nature. I am that ultimate nature. Aham means pride. In Sanskrit, aham means I am, the pride. What you are, I am the ultimate nature. You dissolve into ultimate nature, so you are the ultimate nature. So that pride should be there. So out of that emptiness, then you are taking a rebirth. You are taking a new birth. So you are taking a rebirth. Now, present 5 aggregates are already dissolved. There's nothing left, right? Now you are going to take a rebirth, newborn. So you are taking a birth in the form of green Tara. So you become a green Tara, the real green Tara. Green color, and then I think you don't need much explanation about green Tara. There's a green Tara somewhere, and you have the photo of green Tara, right? So, like this, you have become with all the clothes and holding a utpala flower, and this is supreme giving mudra, is giving the supreme attainment. So this is supreme giving mudra. What she gives to us is the supreme attainment. So there are common attainment and supreme attainments. So supreme attainment and common and all are given to you. So this is sign of givingness. Okay? So he's giving you the supreme attainment, and you also become like that. So your right hand is slightly bent and stretching, and left leg is crossed, and it is in the nature of light, or not like our body. It is this body is in the nature of light. But then, if you want to touch, you can touch. If you want to feel it, you can feel it. It's not like a photo of green Tara. Over here, when you are visualizing, it's not like a Thanga, the painting of green Tara. No, it's like a human being, real human being, sitting in front of you, drinking tea with you, coffee with you, talking to you. Like that, you must visualize. Okay. So sometimes, many people they make the mistake. Many friends of mine told me that. Oh, you told me that's good because I have been visualizing Green Tara flat. That is painting. So he or she got a painting. So they were visualizing, but it sounds like a flat. No, it's solid, like a solid. Back side, front side, everything should be there like a human being. So you turn into that green Tara. So no. And then you visualize as usual in Tantra, you must visualize letter Om at your crown in white color, letter R in your throat, red color, and the letter Hum. Now, if possible, when you are taking rebirth, and out of emptiness, and then you must visualize on, if possible, you should visualize a letter Pam, appeared and transforms into lotus. On top of that lotus, a letter R appeared and turns into moon disk. And in the middle of moon disk, you visualize this letter Tam in green color. Letter Tam radiating, a letter Tam in the nature of light. That is your mind. And then that letter turn into green Tara. If you can, you visualize it that way. If you cannot, then you just think you become green Tara. Okay? And then when you visualize the letter Hung, that should be in the middle of letter Tam, at your heart. So you should be mindful in these thoughts and try to meditate as much as you can and listen to my ritual. Now dissolve into emptiness. Meditate. Lobe to one of us, the was get to your number 10. Canon, you la Chachimo Bawajin, Simpson, the love and now you should visual. Now you are generating yourself into great Tara. And now Guru from the heart of Guru Tara, lights come out and go towards the front generated green Tara. And again light, radiant light go into 10 directions and invoke them, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in 10 directions, and front generated green Tara. So through that light, they invoked all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and green Tara. And then request them to bless all of you. And then invite all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the form of giving Tara. So from the 10 directions, 10 directions, east, south, east, and then that is 8, and then up and down, that's 10 directions, what we call it. 4 directions, and then in between 4 directions, and then up and down. So for 10 directions, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas are invited, invoked and invited in the form of a green Tara. And all of them get into you, dissolve into you. It's like heavily raining from the sky, and you are getting soaked into that rain. Similar, all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas came in the form of green Tara, get into you and dissolved into you, and then at that moment you should visualize that you are getting all the blessings, particularly body blessings of Buddhas and green Taras. Buddhas and green Tara. Lobe to one of us to the Gana, Georgia, was it to go to the faces in the Marathon of Marchan. Canan and Gela, Sarah, the Bijus in Lava, Juru. Judge in Lava, Juru, Judge in Lava, Juru, Judge in Lava, Juru. Jogazebe Jazole, Mijo Doje to sing in, do it to them, Jebasi, Tansibo, Ea, and Zao Bango, now that is the body initiation. Now for the speech initiation, you have to again make a request. So you please repeat after me. Kisum Sanje Tamjeki Sunge Doje Lobeki Dala Sinte Nadoeki Sunge Janan Zedu Sol Sunge Janan Zedu Sol Sunge Janan Zedu Sol. So now you should visualize that in Guru Green Tara, at the heart of Guru Green Tara, there's a moon disk. In the middle of the moon disk, you should visualize a letter Tam. Tam. So letter Tam is pronunciation. So I think you can visualize in English word, because you don't know this Tibetan word. So Tibetan script you don't know. So you can visualize in English word Tam, or in Chinese, it doesn't matter. So there's a Tam, letter Tam. So letter Tam has a ball on that letter. That is dot kind of ball, like that, small one, little one. That is important to visualize. So then the body letter, that can be in Chinese or whatever, and it is surrounded by the 10-letter mantra. of green Tara. Okay? So now if you know each and every word, then you visualize clearly those letters in the nature of light. In the nature of light. It is written in the nature of light. So very sparkling and radiating, and the letter itself is written in light, in the nature of light. So visualize each letter. So if you are a beginner and you don't know all those letters, then you just think that those letters are there. The thumb you should visualize, and the thumb is surrounded by the mantra. That much you can visualize, right? So, and then out of this Guru's heart mantra, a duplicate mantra comes out from that mantra in the nature of light. And then when it comes from that, and travels through the throat of Guru and comes out of the mouth of Guru, and that is like a rosary, like rosary. It comes like this. So letters are like the beads. It comes out, and the light is like the string. So it is put together, comes out from the mouth of Guru, get into your mouth, and get through your throat, get down to the heart, and then at the letter thumb, at your heart also you have visualized the letter thumb, right? So when you repeat the mantra first time, and then your letter and the mantra at your heart is blessed, and the second time it mixes with the mantra which came from the Guru, and it became inseparable. So now you cannot separate. This is my original mantra, and this is the mantra which came from Guru's mouth. You cannot separate. It is like the mixture of water and milk, So it is, you cannot separate. And then third time when you are reciting the mantra, that blessings that you have just received, the blessing of mantra that you have just received, is stabilized. That blessing, it is not like that I received the blessing, I got the blessing, but then after some time it may disappear also. No, it is stabilized. So it will be there forever, like that. In that way you should visualize. And then you're going to repeat the mantra after me, okay? Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Soha, Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Soha, Om Tare, Tutare, Ture Soha. Nè, you say that and you're doing it. Now you have received the initiation of a speech of Guru Giridhara, and so this Tara mantra is also very powerful. So it is to get, you must recite this Tara, this mantra, to train your mind. And then when you are meditating on Tara, you should make a request that please help me to be able to practice Dharma, to be able to train my mind. To get onto the right track. never come out of the track. So that kind of request you should make. And then as you have just visualized, you must visualize. Now you can generate yourself into green Tara anytime. So if you are practicing other deities, maybe you are practicing some other, like Vajrasattva deity or some other deities, Avalokiteshvara deity, and you are generating yourself into that deity, or highest yoga, mantra or whatever. It is important whenever you are going to generate yourself into a deity, you must dissolve yourself into emptiness first. That is very important, and you must take a note of that. Because if you don't do that, then you get the, what do you call that? You are making a fault, kind of killing the deity, the past deity. You are already generated in some deity, and you are not dissolving into emptiness. You just generating into another deity. That is the killing of the other deity. So you cannot do that. You must dissolve into emptiness, and out of emptiness you generate into different deities. So similarly, here in green Tara, you dissolve into emptiness and you generate yourself into green Tara, and then you visualize the thumb letter and surrounded by the mantra, and then you recite the mantra, and then you send radiation from that mantra to the 10 directions throughout the samsara. This is the real secret of the practice of Tantra. So you send out, and all the sentient beings are touched by your light, your radiation. Just the radiation touched here, or just touch the whole body. And then you visualize that all the sufferings are pacified. Any kinds of suffering, health suffering, and hungry ghost suffering, and animal realm suffering, all kinds of sufferings are being removed. It's simultaneous. As soon as they get touched by the light, they are liberated, something like that. And then you bring back the light, which you send out, which you send out to the 10 directions in the all over samsara. You must bring back to your heart, to the letter thumb, bring back. And then again you send the light to 10 directions and make offerings to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, all kinds of offerings, flowers. And when you make offerings of gold, dollars, whatever you like, fruits, and when you make fruit, I always suggest you make offerings what you like, because Buddhas, they don't have like and dislike. They have no problem at all, whatever you offer. So you offer whatever the most you like, So normally I would like to offer black coffee and cake. So that is one of my favorites. So I like the most. I would like to offer. Similarly, whatever you like, you make offer. And that should be huge. It is not like a small cup of espresso. It should be huge and make offering. And then you visualize that all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they happily accepted your offering. They happily accepted your offering. And flowers and clothes, whatever. So happily accepted your offering. And then that you bring back the light into your heart. So that is accumulation of merit, helping all sentient beings, and that is both visualizations that makes that accumulates a huge amount of merit. It is. So at the moment, physically we cannot have. Physically our help would be very limited. What we can do, maybe we can give $10, maybe $100, $1,000. At most we can give $1 million to a society or to a certain amount of human beings. You can do not more than that. But through meditation, you are helping all sentient beings. And the sentient beings in the samsara who are somehow related to you, they will definitely benefit through this, your practice of reciting mantra and sending out the radiation. There are many sentient beings who are related to you, who have been, actually all sentient beings are related to you. Mother, we call them mother sentient beings. So we believe that all the sentient beings, once upon a time they have been our mother. So because we believe in rebirth and rebirth and rebirth, so endless rebirth. We have taken endless rebirth in the past, and we are going to take endless rebirth in the future unless we get enlightened, right? So that is so related. But special relationships, apart from being a mother, there are some special relationships, or bad or good. Sometimes your enemy, the number one enemy, some number one enemy might have killed you in your past life. Those are also related. You can benefit them, sending out the light. So that kind of meditation you can do, right? So that is very good. And then with good motivation, you should do, with good motivation. And you can send, when you are getting any kinds of problems from human beings, from spirits, you can send out that energy, radiation to them, calm down. You can calm them down through that meditation and practice. So you calm down. Also, human beings also, when someone is hurting you or try to harm you in different ways, you sit down and meditate, do the prayer of Tara, green Tara, and through the power, with the power of green Tara, you send out the lights onto your enemy. Then you visualize he calm down, he is receiving all the blessings of green Tara. So he will come down. That will help him also, and as well as help you also. So that kind of meditation. Now you have received that initiation and blessings, so you feel very happy. You should feel very happy, and then you have to repeat the words which is expressing the happiness that you feel right now. And at the same time, you throw the rice, imagining that you are throwing flowers to the Guru Girindhara. Okay? Chomde dagi, solagi, dala govar, zedosu, chomde dagi, solagi, dala govar, zedosu, chomde dagi, solagi, dala govar, zedosu. Now you visualize, as you visualized yesterday seminar, the flowers that you have offered to Guru Girindhara is being blessed, and then the great Guru Tara giving them back to you, giving the flowers, blessed flowers, giving them back to you. So you visualize, you think in that way, and you listen to this prayer. Chomde de la Zela, de la Board, not the Woodle says, to show temper and the Banjo Mandanala. The Jews and the Night, the Suki Lama, Lima, Joban, Joroje, Suki Lama, Lima, Joban, Joroje, and so now you must make a request to for the mind initiation. So repeat after me. Jusum Sangye, Hamjeji, Tuki Doze, Lobeji, Dala Sending, Nangjeji, Tuki Janang, Zedu Sul, Tuki Janang, Zedu Sul, Tuki Janang, Zedu Sul. Now for this, as before, this light and radiation comes from the heart of Guru Girindhara, and it touched the heart of the front generated Girindhara, and it goes again to the 10 directions and touched to the hearts of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas invoked, and they requested them, make a request to bless your heart, your mind, and then the blessing of the mind of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they come in the form of the flower, Upala flower. There's a blue color flower, Utpala flower, and in the form of Vajra, in the form of Ashoka, that is Ashoka, the tree, the branch, you know. That Ashok means Nyange Mepa, no suffering. It's Ashok. In Ashok, suffering less. And then the curved knife, and then Kapala, you know, filled with nectar. So in the form of all these instruments, but those instruments, like you know, the Vajra and the knife, they looks like metal and everything, but in the nature of light, so that it can dissolve into you, you know. So all in the nature of light, and they came from all the directions and get into you through your crown, and then dissolve into the letter thumb at your thumb, green thumb at your heart. And at that time, you should visualize that you get all the blessings of the minds of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, and your mind is fully blessed. So within being mindful in this thought, you listen to this prayer. Lobe nye dogane wese chebe nye dang shuzi jawa sisi namji toju gu to nye se mebe ije chaksen ube la dang doje dang shoka dang chigu dang kapa le na para chen chang chena namji chugu ni sho tobe tami la tenbe ju chi je la be me bang ze om tare tu tare tu kama tare Oh, now that is Girindhara initiation. You have received the blessings of Girindhara, body, speech, mind, and now you are empowered, or you are empowered, or you are permitted to meditate on Girindhara and to generate yourself into Girindhara, and to make the you can and then you can recite the green tara and also the prayers of green tara. Okay, so as yesterday, so we will put the mandala on your crown later on, and then you can, if you like, you can take little blessings, little part of the Toma as a blessing at home, so that you can use in the future. Then Tamdong Songwandi, Agent, so Zagazava, Dagi, so Jagazava, Dagi, so Jagazava, Dagi, Kajitanga, the Nomades in the war show.